Hi all, welcome to AD Academy. Today we are going to discuss about prepositions. What are preposition? What is its classification with examples, pair of preposition. There will be some misconception about some prepositions usage. So we'll be clarifying all that and we'll be studying some tricks to remember the prepositions and its usages. First, we can check the definition of the same. What is a preposition? A preposition is a word that shows the relationship between a noun or pronoun and another word. So these are the crucial parts of speech in a sentence. Why? As it connects or shows the relationship between a noun or pronoun and another word in the sentence. And it is classified like preposition of place, preposition of time, preposition of direction, movement. We can take one example. The book is on the table and I will show you. Yeah, if this is a remote, I can say if there is a surface, I can say the remote is on my hand. Okay. Yeah, like that, there are more examples with different usages. We can check it. These are some common prepositions. So I have added some images. These are some examples of prepositions that you might knowing: in, on, at, under, over, behind, between, among, beside, near. So what's the differences between and among? You can check this image. In the first image, where is the cat sitting? In between two bags. If one or more bags are there, we can say the cat is among. In the second image, you can see the cat is sitting among different dolls. There are one or two or more dolls are there, so the cat is sitting among it. That's a difference. And imagine I am giving, okay, two friends are there and I am giving them a candy and I am asking them to share it between them. And it is different from when I'm giving the candy to one child in the class, one student in the class, and I am asking him to share the candy with everyone in the class, so that I can say among. That's a difference. There is a flower pot and where is the cat sitting? It is beside, which means near. Again, where is the cat sitting? In front of the fire. So these are some visual representation of the prepositions that will help you to visualize it. We can check the classification of prepositions. First one is preposition of place. The name itself suggests where something is placed and it answers the question where. We can check the definition. A preposition of place is a word or phrase used to describe the specific location, position, or it can be the spatial relationship of a person or object relative to another. And these words typically answers the question where. So here it can be one word or a phrase. Why a phrase? One or more words can be act as a group of preposition. Okay, that's one unit. And it describes the specific location where one human or any other object is placed in relation with the other words, and its position can be on the hand, under the hand, beside it. Okay, everywhere we can place it. And some spatial relationship. What about this? If the remote is not touching on my hand, we can say it is above. We cannot use the preposition on there. We can check the examples. Here, some examples of preposition of place. In, first one in, inside an enclosed space or area, in the box, in the city, in the car. It need not be, okay, fully closed. Okay, if there is an enclosed space or area, we can say in the box, in the city, in the car. Next one is on a surface, online or public transport, like on the table, on the wall, on the bus. Again, at, specific. And we'll be studying an inverted pyramid at the end of the slide, so that you will be able to distinguish in or at, as we can use these prepositions for place, time and location as well, for denoting time period also. Again, at specific point, it can be mentioned any address like at Park Avenue, or activity or location at the park, at the door, at work. Under or below, or beneath something. Okay, imagine something, we'll keep something in under the, sorry, beneath the bed. So beneath something, under the bed, below sea level. Next one, above or over, higher than something else. And if there is okay, above the clouds, there will be no surface contact, so that you can use above, over the bridge, more than, again, between, in the space separating two things, as I have shown you the cat's image between the chairs. If there are only two things or two objects in between, you can use between. If two or more are there, you can use among. Or within a group or multiple items, you can use among the trees. In the forest, there will be many trees, not just two trees. Beside, or next to, or near, which means close by or alongside, next to the shop. Next, in front of or behind. Relative possessions like in front of the house, behind the door, near or by, not far from, near the school. Next classification is preposition of time. A preposition of time is a word or phrase that indicates when a specific event or action takes place. Okay, it indicates the time. These words connect nouns or pronouns to other parts of sentence to show relationships such as exact clock times like at 9 p.m., at a particular time, at Monday, and dates on 2nd January, on longer durations, and when somebody is born. These are the examples. At, that is not specific point in time. At 8 o'clock, I have a meeting. At midnight, the particular parts of day, midnight, and the afternoon, at noon, at the moment. Next, on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and please keep in mind that you usually use capital letters to start with a day, like capital M, Monday for Tuesday, for every day. On my birthday, on July 4th, on the weekend. If the specific date is mentioned, we can use on July 4th. Otherwise, we can say just in July, on the weekend. Next, in months, in July, in January, and it can be years. In 2020, what happened in 2018, and seasons, in winter, in spring, in summer, and for longer durations, in the future, in the past. Yeah, here are the example in December, in 2024, in summer, in the morning, in the future. Next, for specific duration. Since and for, when we are studying tense, we'll be knowing the differences between these two. For can be used for the specific durations, and since starting from somewhere in the point in the past and still continuing. Imagine, okay, I will help you to distinguish these two prepositions, and since. So when you study tense form, these are the two important prepositions as to denote the duration, and will help you to distinguish between these two prepositions. For and since. For can be used for durations. Imagine you have started to read a book for 2 weeks. Yeah, in the last from last week to this week. So 2 weeks you took time. That's a duration of time. And for 2 hours, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks can be used like that. And imagine if you have started reading a book and it is boring. Okay, you will be reading it now and you will continue to read. You are not you complete the reading. So since last week, if you have started it on Monday, you can say since Monday. So starting point continuing to now. That there we can use the word since. Since yesterday, since 2020, 2010, until or till, that help us to denote the end point of time. Until tomorrow, till 5 p.m. Next one is during, throughout a period or event, during the movie, during the meeting. I have called him during the meeting. You can use like that. Before or after, that we know. That shows the order. Before lunch, after the party, after the class, before the meeting starts. So it helps us to show the relationship of like time. Next one, by Friday, by next week, you need to submit this. Next, within, that shows the limit, inside a time limit, within an hour, within 2 minutes you need to do this. Next classification is preposition of direction. These words emphasize where something is headed or its final goal. They connect the movement to a specific target or point of arrival. Here we can see some movement here. It's not static and it's not like a place, a preposition of place. There will be some movement, and this preposition help us to identify where something is heading towards. Okay, examples. First one is to. It shows the movement to a destination. He went to the park. I am going to school. They are going to play cricket. Next one, towards. So we can see some movement though. We can imagine like that in the direction of something. Example, the dog ran towards its owner. Next one, into the water. From outside to inside. Example, she stepped into the house. There also we can use it. Next one, onto. Something that is jumping onto the surface. You can imagine a cat again. Movement to a surface. The cat jumped onto the table. Next one, across. From one side to the other. They swam across the river. You can easily imagine this so that you can easily register these words in your mind. Next one, through. Again, from one end to the other. You can imagine a pipe often within something. Example, the train went through the tunnel. That also you can imagine. Yeah. More example, up or down. Movement to a higher or lower position. He climbed up the stairs. She slid down the slide. Next, around in a circular path. We walked around the fountain. We walked around the park or garden. Over, above something. The plane flew over the city. If the surface is touching, we can use on the table. If the book is on the table, but something is hanging above the shelf, we can use above. Under, below something. Example, the keys are under the couch. Next one, off. What's the difference between off and off? Off denotes belongingness. Okay, here off, which means away from. Example, don't get off the bus yet. Next classification is preposition of movement. Preposition of movement show direction or how something moves. So these can be the preposition of direction, preposition of the movement are correlated with each other, but I'm just added this to like distinguish with some preposition. Yeah, here from one place to another with common examples like to, from, into, onto, across, through, over. These all can represent the preposition of direction too. Under, along, around, towards, and away from. Used in phrases like he walked to the store, she jumped into the pool, the bird flew over the house, or they ran through the tunnel. This is not much important to classify this as preposition of direction and movement. Both are actually same. Don't get confused. Yeah. So to or towards that indicates destination or direction. Example, she went to the market. He walked towards the park. Next one, from, that indicates the starting point. Example, he came from the library. The train arrived from London. Next one, into or out of. Movement entering or leaving a space enclosed area. Example, the cat jumped into the box, something that is enclosed. He stepped out of the car. Again, onto or off. Movement onto or away from a surface. Example, she climbed onto the roof. The book fell off the shelf. Again, across. Movement from one slide to the other. Surface or line. Example, they swam across the river. We walked across the bridge. So this is the inverted pyramid. You can take a screenshot of the same if you need it. You can save it for the future use. It's very easy to study with this inverted pyramid in which the prepositions along with the usages like from general to specific, from like smaller to smaller, that is going in, on, at. These all three prepositions that we can use for place, time and direction. Used as in general. In the 1980s, in 80s, in November, in the spring. To denote seasons, to denote months, to denote longer periods, duration. Again, in place, in Canada, in a library, in the water. When we need to specify more, on, we can use it on Friday, specific days, on Monday, on Tuesday. Again, we are mentioning the date particularly so that we can use on October 26th, on New Year's Day, some special events, on a shelf, on Main Street. Next one is at, that we can use for very specific detail, like at 3 p.m. We are particularly mentioning the time at dawn, at bedtime, at the corner, at the airport to denote the location, at Park Avenue. So these all are about prepositions. Thank you for listening to this class.